Well, your Pamela, I have to say, she wrote me a long letter. She told me about the teddies. We thought that was lovely. But then it became quite moving, really. She told me that when you were a very young girl, you did give birth to a baby boy, baby Eric. And you weren't married at the time. And just when baby Eric was just 6 weeks old, without you knowing, I can't believe this, your mum and dad put him up for adoption, is that right? At 6 weeks old. Well, you must have been devastated.
I know, I was.
Especially when, not long after that, you actually married the dad. And you went on to have your lovely Pamela and a gorgeous son, your Gary.
That's right, yeah.
Well, at this point, you didn't know where Eric had gone to. Didn't know what happened to him at all.
I thought about him all my life.
And a few years later, you decided to tell the children, didn't you? And what was their reaction? They must have been a little bit shocked, but were they happy about it?
They were shocked at first, I think, and then they were really, really happy, very supportive.
Well, I know your Pamela was great because you and Pamela decided to go to Dr. Bernardo's, is that right?
Yeah.
To try and track down
Well, Gary
baby
as well,
Eric.
the three of us went.
And you
did,
you were very lucky, but you did find him, but he wasn't here, was he, in this country?
He was in Australia.
He was in Australia?
Yes.
Well, you wrote to your Eric,
Yes.
and Pamela says he wrote back saying that he was hoping, he prayed every day.
Somebody would look for him, that's right.
Yes, and you found him. Now, what was it like when you spoke to him for the first time on the telephone?
It was, I don't know, it was wonderful. I've never experienced anything like it, and the bond was still there. It was just instant.
Really?
It was as if he'd never been away from me all these years.
And you hadn't held him in your arms for 34 years?
That's right. And Pamela, her birthday's the very same day as his, and that
Oh,
made
is
it.
it? Oh.
So every time I was celebrating Pamela's birthday, it was his birthday as well, you know, and I always wondered.
You did find out as well that you're a grandmother
That's
too.
That's right, yeah.
And you've got a grandson aged 8.
That's right.
Daniel. Who you've never ever met.
No.
Well, Elspeth, surprise, surprise, this story has a very, very happy ending. Because your son, baby Eric, he's not in Australia. We've flown him all the way over, as well as your grandson, Daniel. They're both here tonight, so you can hold them both in your arms again. You haven't done that since he was 6 weeks old. Here he is. Come in, Eric, and grandson, Daniel. There they are. Reaching out, holding hands, we live in memory. As we smile through the years, the tears disappear. Life is full of surprises. It's surprising how dreams come true. Life is full of surprises, and the nicest surprise in my life is you. Well, that's all we have time for this week, I'm afraid. I'd like to thank everyone who's taken part in tonight's show, especially Michael Ball, Barbara Windsor, Cannon and Ball, Richard Orford and 911. We will be back next week with lots more surprises, so until then, ta-ra for now.